Hello, beautifuls. This is Atleen, and I'm coming to you with another video. So today we will be discussing IPv4 address structure. So when we think about IPv4 addresses, we can compare it to a street, where the street is much like an IP address and a house number is like the address of a host. When someone asks you your address and you may say, my address is 30354 7th Street, there's no pause there. There's no space in there or no pause. So there should be a dividing line in there to differentiate between house or street. There should be a dividing line saying this is part of the street and part of the house. Same thing with the IPv4 address. The network address is going to have a dividing line to say which part of the address refers to the network and which part refers to the host on the network. And that dividing line is called a subnet mask. We're going to have 32 bits in an IP version 4 address, and we have a 32-bit address, and some of the bits will be useful to identify the street. Which is the network, and some of those bits will be used to identify the host. Here's how the subnet mask works. The IP address on the board is 10.1.2.3. This is a 32-bit address, and this is how we write it, as a dotted decimal notation, dotted decimal notation number, which means we have a number, then a dot, and so on and so on. 4 numbers, and each one is separated by a dot. It's 10.1.2.3. It's separated by a dot. The subnet comes in, for example, on the board, we have 8 binary ones followed by consecutive zeros. The subnet comes in when, for example, we have 8 binary ones and it's got 24 binary zeros, and that's where subnet masks are always usually going to look. They're going to have consecutive ones followed by consecutive zeros. We will not have a subnet mask of 1101, 1001. So no, it's not going to be a mixture at all. It's going to be ones followed by zeros. Anytime we have a 1 in the subnet mask, the corresponding bit position in the IP address is a network bit position. As on the board, the subnet mask has 8 bits. This means the first 8 bits and the IP address refer to the network address. And the last 24 to the host. And don't be concerned if you're uncertain how we took a 10 and converted it into 4 zeros. And then 1 0 1 0. We'll get to that shortly. Basically, we need the subnet mask to separate the network from the host, and there are a few ways to write this. We can write this as my address is 10.1.2.3 /8. Or we can write the address as 255.0.0.0 IP address with dotted decimal notation. The grouping 8 ones, the grouping of 8 ones in the subnet mask translates into 255 in decimal, dotted decimal notation. We call each of those 8-bit sections called octets, meaning 8. And the first octet, the subnet mask, has 8 ones. All the others has zeros. So my subnet mask is those 8 ones converted to decimal 255 dot. And the host bits are all zeros. We will do a reading on chapter 13, CCNA²⁶⁵, volume 1, Wendell Odom. CCNA²⁶⁵, volume 1, Wendell Odom. And it will be on chapter 13, analyzing subnet mask, as well as do I know this already? Just for now, let's just do one example of the questions on do I know this already. There are 1 through 7. And what we discussed today is similar to this question, which is, which of the following answers list the prefix CIDR format equivalent of 255.255.254.0? So that would be a /23. Thank you for watching. I wish you well, and I'll see you tomorrow.